Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. This is Living in Colorado Springs and I am Alicia Armendariz. Today's neighborhood highlight is going to be more over Wolf Ranch, but kind of comparison of Wolf Ranch versus Cordera. They're very similar areas, they're in the same location, they have a lot of the same characteristics and attributes, same builders, but overall I think there's one thing about Wolf Ranch that really stands out and attracts a lot of buyers. So if you guys have any questions over anything that I mentioned today, please feel free to reach out to me. I am a licensed broker here in the state of Colorado, and I would love to help you with your real estate needs. If you could, hit that subscribe button and bell to get notified when I make new videos each week on everything that is living in Colorado Springs. So off the bat, Cordera and Wolf Ranch, they are two communities that are right next to each other, right on the northeast side of Colorado Springs off of Powers Boulevard. Actually east of Powers, kind of between Research Parkway and Briargate Parkway. The community is actually kind of being built out more east, kind of towards Black Forest, a little northeast also, but more so just east. Cordera is going to sit a little bit of north of that, just on the other side of Briargate Parkway. So that's pretty much going to be the dividing factor. Every year they get voted as kind of the top neighborhoods in town to live in, best neighborhoods for families, things of that sort. But the main thing that I think is really just attracting more buyers right now in today's market is just the price point difference. And Cordera is a great neighborhood. It actually kind of was developed first before Wolf Ranch a few years before, but Cordera right now is sitting at a resale price of around $820,000 up into the millions. And even if you are looking to build, the builders are going to be having their price points around that same mark. So Wolf Ranch though is kind of seeing an average resale price of $620,000 up to about $850,000. So big difference in price point. I think it's a big difference too with the fact that they have some of the same builders in both communities. Both those two communities do have similar builders, and actually two of those builders can be found in both Wolf Ranch and Cordera. The floor plans among each builder is going to kind of vary between the two different communities, but overall the product is going to be about the same. The overall finishes and fixtures are going to be kind of similar. I will say though, I really like the fact that the builder Toll Brothers is in Wolf Ranch. Toll Brothers is nationwide and they build beautiful homes all over. They can be found in Denver, Castle Rock, and then in two different neighborhoods here in the Springs, one on the west side of town in Garden of the Gods, but then also they do have some floor plans in Wolf Ranch. I just really think that says a lot about the Wolf Ranch community in general. I think it kind of sets a tone for the builders that want to be out there, what is to be expected. Yes, it is a little bit lower price point than Cordera, but Toll Brothers still puts out a very beautiful product. They use good materials. They have a kind of a modern, clean look overall. They kind of just build homes that people want nowadays. There's a functionality to their homes. There's a nice easy flow among their homes. And so like I said, I think the fact that Toll Brothers is even just in that community just sets the tone and says a lot about the other type of builders that are out there and what homes that you can expect. So Wolf Ranch, along with Cordera, both sit in School District 20, and Academy District 20 is one of our better, if not best, school district here in town. It is a very large district that covers the majority of northern Colorado Springs up into the Monument area. So there is a lot of schools for you to choose from for where you want to send your kiddos. And overall, the district is really well known for its emphasis on its academics, on its athletics programs, on its STEM program, and on its trade programs. Both the communities are set up to be very family oriented. They have large sidewalks and large trails that kind of run throughout the entire community that go from the rec center and schools to the other neighboring areas. So that's just really nice for a lot of residents. They do have large passageways that actually go under main busy streets. That way, like, the kiddos don't have to worry about crossing major streets, and you and your dog and whatnot don't have to worry about that either. I will say one big difference though is that both do offer a rec center slash kind of community center, and within Wolf Ranch, the Wolf Ranch Rec Center just is kind of smaller for the most part, kind of offers an indoor and outdoor pool. The indoor pool is going to be kind of more used for swimming laps versus the outdoor pool is going to be kind of just more family oriented and kid friendly for summertime activities. In Cordera though, you do have what they call the Grand Lawn, and that is a very large clubhouse that inside offers a gym and art classes, yoga classes, kind of a spa area, if you will, and then in the back has a 5-acre grand lawn where they do have summertime concert series and get-togethers and pig roasts and all kinds of community stuff. The rec center, pretty much for the most part in Wolf Ranch, is just the 2 pools. Nearby, they do have an off-leash dog park, which has a little agility area and just big open space that has some pretty views of kind of things to the east, such as Black Forest and what have you. I will say there is a lot of construction going on right now, so your views might be also big piles of dirt as that community does, like I said, it's starting to go more east as we go on throughout the year, but it's still big, open, wide space, and like I said, it's located right next to that rec center, so you can get back and forth very easily. The residents of Wolf Ranch don't have access to the Grand Lawn though, and I believe that's vice versa. I believe if you're a resident of Cordera, you don't have access to Wolf Ranch Rec Center, but I don't really think you would need it. Your facility is bigger if you're living in Cordera. You do also have pools inside and outside, but that is just something to note. Both areas do have just kind of little parks kind of spread out through the communities, but overall, Wolf Ranch does have a park kind of at the entrance of the community that is called Gateway Park at Wolf Ranch. And this is, to me, not a park that you would typically just take your kids or dog to on a regular basis. This is kind of just more a big, beautiful structure, in my opinion. It says real big on it, Gateway Park at Wolf Ranch, and then is a large pond that kind of has a waterfall background. It does have kind of a grassy area behind that waterfall section, and they do have summer concert series there or community get-togethers in the summertime. But I wouldn't really think this is somewhere that you would just take your kiddos and dog on a regular basis. They do have park benches for you to sit there, but this is not, they don't have a playground, they don't have like other dog things to do. This is just kind of, like I said, more in my opinion, just a big, beautiful structure that does have some grass and is really only utilized by the community as a whole when they have planned community get-togethers. At the moment, there is about 7 miles of trails that kind of run throughout the Wolf Ranch community, and I know that they have planned for 22 more miles worth of trails to kind of continue throughout the community and just into that new development part. They also have planned about just under 400 acres worth of open space to be kind of set within the community, and so we're kind of just waiting to see that happen and develop, because like I said, as the community is growing and expanding, it's just going kind of more east into just a lot of available areas. So I'm excited to kind of see where those trails are going to kind of lead to and where that open space is going to be placed. And no matter whether you're in Wolf Ranch or Cordera, they both are centrally located to a lot of shopping. Powers Corridor in general just has 6 miles worth of shopping, north and south running. You can find everything from restaurants, gyms, typical amenities, sporting goods stores. I mean, you name it, it's on Powers. The same goes for shopping, major shopping off of Briargate Parkway. If you take Briargate and you head west towards the interstate, you're going to come in contact with the Briargate Promenade Shops, which has a lot of upscale shopping kind of and restaurants in that area. Also, if you are needing to get to the interstate, like I said, you just head west past that Briargate Shopping Center, and then you can be at the interstate in about 10 minutes. Or if you need to head north to Denver, take Powers that way. That road does turn into Highway 83 eventually and can take you up the back way into Parker and lower parts of Denver and even to DIA. So if you are a commuter and you need to take flights often and you need to be at the Denver airport, you can easily take Powers Boulevard all the way up to DIA. Same goes for if you want to fly out of Colorado Springs. You just jump on that Powers Boulevard and you head south for about 15-20 minutes, and then you will come into contact with the Colorado Springs airport. So both communities offer a great location for getting around, for shopping. Both communities sit in that District 20 school district. Both communities have some great builders out there. They're big, beautiful master plan communities that make sense, that are family oriented, but Wolf Ranch community is definitely going to be about $200,000 lower on the price point for what I feel is kind of the same type of homes that you can get. So if you guys have any questions over anything that I mentioned today, like I said, please feel free to reach out to me, call me, text me, leave me something in the comments, and I promise to get back to you. And then if you could, please hit that subscribe button and bell to get notified when I make new videos each week on everything that is living Colorado Springs.